And we should be live. Let me check.
Let me just see. There we go.
Yep, we are in fact live. Awesome.
Wonderful.
All right. Hello, everyone. Ace here. Welcome to the live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Nico40K.
Hello. It is actually wonderful to just come by again. Always fun.
Pleasure to have you on. And today we are going to be reading some Star Wars The High Republic. This is the 2023 comic book series that just released a few days ago. Written by Cavan Scott.
Cavan Scott. Now, he has written other Star Wars books before, hasn't he?
Yes, he's also responsible for those kids' books for Warhammer 40k.
Oh, wonderful.
So you know exactly who he is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those wonderful books meant to bring them into the grim darkness of the far future. Oh.
Have they done Slaanesh Demons yet in the Warhammer Adventures series of books? I dread to ask.
I severely hope not. But then again, I don't even know if the adventure books are even successful in any way. Because, well, again, Grim Darkness of the Far Future. It doesn't exactly sell the most to the kiddies, so I doubt they would ever touch Slaanesh in that case.
I think they've done Nurgle before.
I mean, yeah, Nurgle makes sense. I mean, even Siege to an extreme, but Slaanesh, well, I say that, but, well, you know how some creators are. They want to get into the impressionable. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Uro says, it's alive. Alive! Oh shit, it's the High Republic. Kill it with fire.
With fire. Oh. Well, we will, but with laser swords.
Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. The High Republic, Children of the Storm, Chapter 1, Now and Forever. A year has passed since the destruction of Starlight Beacon by the nefarious Markion Ro and his Nihil marauders. The Nihil have established an occlusion zone in the Outer Rim, stranding hundreds of worlds behind their storm wall. Communications are blocked, and ships that enter are lost to the void or destroyed by the Nihil. The Republic is helpless against this sinister threat, and the brave and wise Jedi Knights remain fearful of Ro's fabled nameless creatures, which the Jedi have learned are very real and very deadly. Continuing to run on the idea that the Jedi Order, consistently allows for people to experience fear.
It just, yeah, it's very, very consistent for the most effective force in the universe. Well, I say that, but yes.
And also against just completely ignoring their own philosophy continuously.
Well, hey, mate, who needs philosophy when you have Star Wars?
Uros has said some pretty spicy comments that are jokes, but let's be honest, I probably couldn't get away with saying them on YouTube.
No, not remotely.
All right. No, I can't leave you, Skier.
Go, Gabe. This is the way it was always meant to be. The Force is with me now and forever.
Now and forever. I wasn't with Skier at the end. I have no idea what it looked like. What they did to him. But that doesn't stop me filling in the gaps. Over and over again. Each one final, each one heartbreaking. Now and forever.
Jedi Master Tranus. Jedi Master Tranus. Please come in. Keith.
Yes, Commander Jahen. I'm here. I'm always here. Wait, 1 year she went from Jedi Knight to Jedi Master.
In 1 year. I mean, yes, of course.
And the thing is, she was a Padawan before the series began.
What?
So she went... So technically, if you really want to get into it, 1 year more or less from the plot where she started out as a Padawan to ends as a Jedi Master.
Oh, just speed running through the ranks here.
Oh,
Fuck. Of course.
oh God. Unless they want to say that they have been fighting the Nile for years on end, which I don't think is what they are going for. It's still a ridiculously short amount of time. Now, granted, Anakin, when he became a member of the Council, was a Jedi Knight, I should say, for maybe a few months, because in the lore. Well, if we're going the original lore, from the original 2D animation Clone Wars series, Anakin was made a knight basically towards the end of the Clone Wars rather than towards the beginning of it. But point is, and he was also the chosen one, and he still didn't make master.
No, he didn't even get a seat in the council.
He barely got a seat on the council, but yeah. And only after strong-arming from Palpatine against the Jedi Order to do that as well. And the Jedi Order wanted him to spy on him, which is part of the reason why they made him on the Council. But anyways, Ura says, Cthulhu is against being portrayed in this comic. Legal action shall take place. Ura says, did you expect anything else from the greatest Padawans ever shown in Star Wars? I can't add enough sarcasm to be happy with this question. Yeah.
I can only expect the greatest amount of power from the greatest... I was going to say character, but I don't even know. I don't know. Greatest plank of wood? I don't know.
At least she got rid of the stupid hairdo that she had at the start of the comic book series.
Oh, baby steps, I suppose.
She had that stupid looking side cut.
Oh my, yeah, right. Wait, what? That's right. She was, wasn't she the first one? Correct my memory. Wasn't she the first one of the High Republic, or?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. The one on the alien planet.
Yeah, the one that saved it from a discount Tyranid High Fleet. After the Jedi Order put the Tyranid High Fleet there.
She's she's aged. I'll definitely say that. I can't say I believe her character development that much, but sure. Hey, you know what? Baby steps. Please report to the flight deck. We have an incoming transmission from Coruscant.
Of course, I'm on my way. The Geos, Republic Longbeam, near the Nile Occlusion Zone. It's always when I meditate, when I'm supposed to be with the Force, that's when I see him die. It's not the Force's fault, obviously, only my own imagination. As if the past year of reality hasn't been enough. Commander, you said there was a message.
Was being the operative word.
More communication problems, Velko?
This close to the OC? What do you think? Tarek and Sarat are attempting a workaround, but, well, you know how it's been. And by the way, since we're talking about the High Republic, look at these two.
Yeah!
They seem some shit. Fucking hell, they're tweaking.
Okay, I voice one, you voice the other.
Yeah, sure. I'll take Seret.
All right. Well, I don't know which one's which, so.
The Seret, the one down.
Sarah's the one on the
Terror
bottom.
is the one
Yeah.
above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boosting the signal enhancer simply isn't enough, Seret.
Yes, Tarek, that is obvious, which is why we need to recalibrate the sensors array to account for the shift in wavelength.
I hate how well that voice fits these characters.
You're welcome.
I mean, good job on that, but
Thank you. I try sometimes. You want to voice? You want to voice the guy or?
I can let.
No,
you
no, wait.
can
That's
voice him.
all right.
You can voice him.
All right. Remember when they were on the same wavelength?
Not the time, Centaur.
Sorry, I didn't realize we were waiting until we started teaching lumps out of each other.
It won't come to that. They've just been through a lot.
Haven't we all?
Elzar, it's good to see you.
You too, Keith. We have.
We're losing him again. Zaret, can you? On it, Commander.
Eos, are you receiving this? Are you there?
We hear you, Coruscant. What have you got for us?
Information of a worrying nature. According to our contact on Rorak 5, the Hutt are looking to stabilize their dominion, the dominance of the Castola sector.
With all due respect, Jedi Master Man,
What a name, by the way.
the Hutt are losing ground daily. The RDC has retaken both Ubrikia and
But these stupid names, I swear.
both Ubrikia and Okbat in recent days. The calls expected in a matter of weeks.
Weeks we may no longer have. I have no desire to diminish the coalition's accomplishments, but if our intel is correct, an envoy has crossed the storm wall to meet with the Hot Overseer on Balam.
The Nile are meeting with Scarabada? Or Scarabda?
Councillor So fears we may be looking at a potential alliance. The cartel was always going to struggle to hold the system it annexed in the days after Starlight.
But with the spurt of the Nihil.
But there's no telling how long it will take us to send the slugs slithering back to Nal Hutta.
Centaur.
Not to mention what a treaty would mean for the Nihil's claim of legitimacy. The Council needs... the Council needs good news for the Senate, my friends. We're to increase pressure on Scarbada before Makian Ro gains any more of our territory.
Balam, Hut-occupied space. Greetings, noble travelers. I am Masakin, chief steward for the Scarabda the Wise. The Overseer has prepared a feast of the ages to welcome you to the Hut Protectorate. Translated from Huttese.
You get the wisdom.
Then we shouldn't keep the lady waiting. I don't know about you, Masakin, but I'm starving.
Oh, nice. That was very nice.
All right.
Envoy. Oh, sorry. You
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
go
voice
ahead.
him or?
You go ahead.
Envoy Afana. My stewards inform me that you bring an offer from whatever you Nile are calling yourself these days. The free sector, is it? The liberated world.
We call ourselves what you are. We call ourselves what we are, Your Excellency. The solution to your current misfortune. The tide. All right. Yeah, that's my character. The tide has turned against you, Scarabda. Our Minister of Advancement predicts your expulsion from the Republic space is imminent. A foregone conclusion, one might say. To avoid such embarrassment, the Nile can provide weapons and enforcer droids, not to mention a fleet of our finest cloud ships, yours to command.
And what do the Nile expect in return for such generosity?
Why, your undying gratitude, of course. Nothing more, nothing less. Zoom. Zoom.
You.
Swish. Tuk.
Huh. As you can see, Envoy, my forces are quite capable of defending themselves.
Is that so, Your Excellency? Beep, beep. Whoop, whoop.
Masakane, what is this?
A ship is exiting hyperspace, Sakashidi. A Republic long beam.
And intercepted, you Davolanian dimwit. Blast the accursed thing to space dust.
Phew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Firebird squadrons, tier fighters, a standard Sun-to-Lee sweep.
Tarek, Sarek, and Aidan, you assist the Skywings. Sad and I will join the ground assault.
The Force will be with us.
Yep, that too. A Jedi Master saying that.
Yeah, it's so cringe. I
thought the voice was going to be cringe. No, the dialogue, I swear.
Or it says, Nico, relax, yo ass. So much sass.
No. All the sass in the universe.
Vroom.
Anything to get us through this.
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you want to voice this character?
Yeah, sure. So, what's it going to be, Kiev? A rousing cry to rally the troops? Or a disparaging jibe to confound the enemy?
How about we just get the job done, San? Think you can manage that? What what was that you were saying about the abilities of your forces, Garabud?
Don't count.
Yeah.
Don't count your chutniks. Yes, just yet, Afanar. Your enforcer is impressive.
That's mine.
Jesus, sorry.
No
Go ahead.
worries. Your enforcer is impressive. I'll give them that.
Unlike your poor excuse for a bodyguard. Where is he anyway? Off licking his wounds, no doubt.
Brother Lycos, where else would you expect a child of the storm to be? In the thick of battle.
Yeah. Crick, no, not now.
I feel it too, San.
Talk to me, Cave. What's happening now?
The enemy has released a nameless commander. The Jedi are compromised.
Son of a mud brawler. I knew this would happen. Keeve, Centaur, disengage immediately. Do you hear me? Return to the drop ship. The trooper will cover you. The troopers will cover you.
Not while I have the light in my body.
San, wait!
We won't let them win, Keeve.
We'll never let them win for Stellan!
All right, you got more lines there.
Oh, okay. For the beacon, for all who...
Santar, no! Can't happen again. I won't allow it. The Force is with me, and now and for... Who am I kidding, San? Maybe Skier was right. Maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. Eaten by a monster. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Of course. Yeah. Best possible ending in modern Star Wars comics.
Supposed to be. Keith, no, you can't give up. Not now. Not any of us. Tarek, what are you doing? We need to maintain the formation. Need to stay together.
Stay together. Great. Stay. For that's my character. For light and life. Pew pew.
Jedi.
Stood. Quish. By the light. Derek, not you as well. Can't be happening. Not possible.
Not possible? The only impossibility is that you still believe you're winning. Even after Starlight, after Roe. The man's unbearable, but he's right about one thing. The Jedi are done.
Ah!
You just haven't realized it yet. Bring the ship around, Cav 4. Finish the damned Jays once and for all. Vector 2, what the hell's happening out there? We've lost Tarek's signal. Are you reading me, V2? We read you, Gios. Tarek, they... Sarat? No, sorry.
Sarat?
We regret to inform you that Firebird 3 is down. The skiff fighters? Negative. A new cruiser. Shielded by the planet. We had no idea it was there. A new cruiser? Nile or Hut? Coming about now. Identification in 2, 3. Saber's Grace. Vector 2, report. Our apologies, Commander Jehan. It's just the ship. It's the Ataraxia. The Ataraxia. Ataraxia. What a word. I'm sorry, Vector 2. Did you just say Ataraxia?
I can still hear you. Can you?
I can hear you. But apparently I lost connection temporarily there, but let's see if we can, in fact, if they can still see us on YouTube. But I want to talk about this real quick. This is a universe where they can find small farming plots with scanners and whatnot on the ground. And and they mean to try to convince us that they couldn't have spotted an entire cruiser.
No, because I don't know the plot. It's so. It's like, how is it not possible? in this world of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's right up there with needing a beacon to go up, because otherwise you don't know which direction up is, apparently, or something.
Oh, don't remind me. Oh, and having the one ship that is able to go up.
Roro says, plot? What plot? Nico, you lost yourself.
Oh, who's to say I was ever found to begin with?
Alright. But yeah, the...
Just still reconciling all this.
I mean, this is still bad. So far, it's not as painful as the other one. But it's still bad. But let's carry on, I guess, shall we?
Yeah.
I think you got your lines up. I prefer liberated myself, I think.
I prefer liberated myself. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, wait. I don't think you read the line.
That's your character.
No. But if you look a little bit further down, it's like your character has words.
Yeah, I already read that, but I can read it again.
Oh, yeah. Then probably I didn't hear you.
All right.
No. Yeah.
All right. No, the Ataraxia was lost over Iram. It was stolen.
I prefer liberated myself. Delivered from the ignominy of being owned by a bunch of unimaginable, saber-twirling dullards. She needed a new name, of course. One that would be respected. That would be feared. Can you guess what I chose?
Lorna.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lorna D.
What a name! Lorna D.
Lorna D. Nuts.
Oh, what a plot twist. I swear. Yeah.
Wasn't I could have sworn she was betrayed in one of the previous issues by Other Nile, so but maybe I'm misremembering that, but yeah.
Well, to be fair,
Oh yeah,
not
Oros says, "Oh my God, it is the chain smoking Twi'lek." Yes, yep. I gave her a chain smoking voice.
The chain smoker. Yeah. So the comic, it gave me a headache. So
Yeah, at least the pain was over relatively quickly.
Jeez. But yeah, so let's summarize. Well, obviously, they for some reason cannot detect a freaking what was I gonna carrier? I'm already starting to forget because it's just so bad.
Also, the Nameless can die very easily to just being shot at by starfighters, which leads the question of why they aren't covering their ground troops with, air support. Something that is a valuable asset in most circumstances, and apparently the Nameless can die to it, so why not?
Because we have to have a ground battle.
Well, you can still have the ground battle, just have air support actually be assigned to the ground battle, to shoot any Nameless that would be an issue for the Jedi to fight.
True. But the thing, what I am talking about is the whole idea, for the writer is, ground battles are more personal and stuff like that, and so air support isn't even required, or, basically just, you want, you just want the fight, and you don't really care about anything else. Like, anything else that would be valuable in a war, in a series called Star Wars. No, it doesn't matter. But,
I guess you could argue because they were busy fighting the enemy fighters, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. But, would you are you willing to give that benefit of the doubt?
No, because it's Cavan Scott, and Cavan Scott's not exactly the brightest bulb. Also, that leads to another question. If there was so many fighters that they couldn't safely provide them air support, that would suggest that the transports that were going down to the surface were sitting ducks to the enemy fighters. Or at least it would be high risk that a lot of the transports would be shot down en route.
Mm-hmm.
So why on earth they would launch the ground assault then and there instead of, cleaning up the enemy fighters first is another example of Cavan Scott not knowing about tactics.
Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, yeah, I really don't have any other words. I think...
there is some blatant stupidity here. At least I can say it's mostly the result of tactics and, not quite the character assassination of the Jedi Order that we've seen in some of the other High Republic comics, although there's still a little bit of it, what with the Jedi being depicted as, being terrified of the Nameless and letting their fear get to them, something that the Jedi Order is ideologically opposed to.
Mm. Give it time; they'll find a way to character assassinate, as is the.
But we're in a weird situation where Cavan Scott so far has, at least for this third phase, made the better first issue comic book as opposed to Charles Soule. Is it enough to say that Cavan Scott did a good job with this? No. This is a bad comic, and you shouldn't read it. It's still probably some of his best work, though, which is a sad statement of the state of his affairs for his work, but that's where we are right now. That's my thoughts. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts is... generally, I read comics to have fun, for the escapism, and, and all that. If this gives me... If any comic, it doesn't take much for me to be entertained, but, you can just be half decent. To give me a headache, it's like that's a skill issue. I find I feel like I just wasted my time, honestly. Well, I mean, reading the story, that is, not not reading it with you, obviously.
Yeah, this is a bad comic. Noah says, hey, hello, Noah.
Hey, you.
Ura says, Samurais, this is crap. Ura says, I thought she got herself nuked, but as you all know, women don't die in this continuity. They just grow uglier and more manic.
Oh, yeah. And you become, apparently, a Jedi Master quicker than the men, maybe.
Yeah, in a year. From Padawan to Master in a year, basically.
A year. Oh, it's like, I feel sorry. I just love the idea that suddenly the younglings would become just Jedi Masters after 1 year of training. Oh my. Oh, that would be funny. But
Master Skywalker, we regret to inform you that while you're on the council, we, the Jedi Master younglings, still do not grant you the rank of Master. Ora says, more personal, this whole insult to Star Wars is personal. That's what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
I suppose we should be thankful that this isn't more Space Jerusalem that Cavan Scott introduced in the last series.
No, but I do imagine, I don't know, maybe he'll bring Space Palestine into this. One can hope not to.
Well, it's Cavan Scott, so I have a feeling he probably will. It'll be funny if Disney decides they've had enough of him, if he decides to do more Space Palestine boasting, or being pro-Space Palestine in this day and age, but I digress.
Yeah. Oh, but would you ever imagine Disney adapting any of these comics, though?
They're trying to turn High Republic into a video game, so
Yeah.
called Star Wars Eclipse, which is why I've started tagging these under the game of Star Wars Eclipse. Well, really, I just type in High Republic, and that's what turns up.
Well, yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see the future because, obviously, because there have been some good. I think the Blade was a really decent comic.
The Blade, Quest of the Jedi, and what was the other one? The Nameless Terror, I think. All three of those were actually decent.
Mm-hmm.
And technically, you also had the first volume of the manga, which was the first volume of the manga was decent, and maybe the first half of the first issue of Eye of the Storm was at least interesting.
Mm.
And I think at least 2 of those were made by Charles Soule, which is why it was such a betrayal to see him what he's doing with Shadows of Starlight. But although, let's be honest, the second half of the first issue of Eye of the Storm and everything past that was not good, but at least the first half of that one issue was interesting enough.
I suppose. I mean, again, just reading this, it's just sad to see. Like, Star Wars.
Yeah.
$1 billion. Like, you could have printed money with the right care for just decades and eons and just...
We'll be doing none of those things.
No. Not even remotely.
And it looks like also that Nameless thing might have actually survived getting blasted from the Starfighter, which, let's be honest, I wasn't entirely convinced the Starfighter got it or not, but who knows.
Yeah, honestly.
So yeah, this is... Oh no, I just noticed we're going to have 10 issues of High Republic Season 3.
Yeah, I saw in 10 of these. I mean, at least the cover art is at least a wee bit interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat. I mean, it's better written, well, better drawn than most of these High Republic comics.
So apparently I had an ad blocker and something still managed to pop up, but I got that taken care of, so... Gotta love ads. Anyways, so... Rose says, 1 year training equals super elite life, 1 year training equals cannon fodder. Yeah, which is why if you talk about a lot of the various elite forces, they typically require years of experience, so not just training, but actual experience before you can even apply for that sort of thing. Rose says, Eclipse fitting because the crap does block the light. Yep. So, in conclusion, I would say this is some of Kevin Scott's better work, but it's still bad, and you shouldn't read it.
Better work. I don't know if I can praise it high enough and say his best work is, well, I don't know. It's still more mediocre than even the worst of the old canon.
Yeah. So I think...
Hey, the old canon had some weird stuff too, the friggin' Wano universe.
But I think I think now's a good time to go ahead and call it. So do you have anything else to add?
No, not really. Other than I hope we get some good Star Wars comics eventually, and if it comes from Kevin Scott, I'd be more than surprised. But who knows? Who knows? Fingers crossed.
Yeah, one can but hope. All right, so yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call it there. So yeah, this has been Ace.
And this has been Nico 40K.
Thank you for being on.
I appreciate being on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we both hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care.